So it was this sort of like breath of, it was like sigh of relief almost. Like when I stepped back onto set, I was like, so that line, like finally now we can begin, really rang true for me. I was like, yes, we can.
One last time.
Sure. Hi, I'm Dean from Men of Many. Nice to meet you guys. And congratulations on the achievement. Super exciting. I guess just to start with, at the end of season 4, we kind of simultaneously see the disappearance of Max and Vecna for different kind of reasons. Can you tell me a bit about what it's been like coming back into these characters and how you two kind of work together to bring about this reemergence of them back into this season?
For me personally, it was so nice to step into 5 because when we finished 4, I knew that, in some iteration I would be returning. And so there was sort of just all this retention of the character in the back of the mind consistently for a few years. So it was this sort of like breath of, it was like sigh of relief almost. Like when I stepped back onto set, I was like, so that line, like finally now we can begin, really rang true for me. I was like, yes, we can. And then obviously, the relationship, I think, between Max and Vecna was something that, obviously we shot and we worked on and, and happened. So stepping forwards again into that space, I think it's all just there. It just was built. It was in us. So it wasn't something that for me felt like, oh God, like I've been doing everything else for, however many years and now I've got to come back and do this and where's my mind at? No, my mind was always there. It was always ticking away in the back of the mind.
I don't know what I can say. I just kind of like hopped into bed and found my zen.
Sadie got really good at meditation.
I did.
Really good at meditation.
Well, on that, I guess, Sadie, Max kind of came into the show as a bit of an outsider when she first started, but has really become quite integral to this final chapter. Can you tell me a bit about what it's been like, kind of bringing that character to life and now what it's like to say goodbye to her?
I'll never forget reading the audition sides for Max for the first time and just how badly I wanted to play her and how clearly I saw her in my head. I'd never really felt like that with the character. And yeah, I've always really admired her and she's kind of been like just this huge figure in my life. And so to say goodbye to it doesn't really feel real. So I don't know if I'm truly saying goodbye. Yeah, have a piece of her with me because she is so much of me.
Did filming this season feel different than prior seasons?
It did. It was like, I don't like this anymore. No, I'm tired of this show. I don't like you guys. It felt different in terms of it being the last one. The feeling that, oh wow, this family that I've obtained the past couple of years that I've grown with will now still be my family, but it won't be in the same capacity like it was before. That comfortability of like, oh, I'm gonna see these guys again. It was like, oh, I have to build this relationship outside of work, and but then it felt the same that one smell going back to set and being around everyone or doing the lines and looking into Finn's beautiful eyes and saying a line okay. Honestly, it's very interesting, like growing up with everyone and then now like seeing you. I remember looking at you in season 1 and then looking at you now. It's like interesting. It's weird.
I know. It's like I feel like it's felt different and felt the same at the exact same time. It's really odd. All the same people, it's the same set. It was just like the best experience.
And Jamie, I know that part of your role was very physical, wearing a lot of gear. I'm interested in how, I guess, different shooting scenes as Vecna was for this season. I know that the costume kind of changed a little bit. Did it make things a bit easier on the acting side, or was it just kind of a different experience?
It wasn't necessarily like easier or harder per se. It was definitely different. Stranger Things 5, what you're seeing is definitely more of a blend between practical and CG, whereas, for season 4, we were head to toe prosthetic. For season 4, I was like, oh, well, of course, there's like an inch and a half of foam latex that I have to push whatever energy I have. Whereas for 5, there wasn't as much foam latex to work with, but I still needed to have that presence and that poise and that gait. So in terms of kind of how I would hold myself and the physicality of it and the gait, that was all kind of the same, but then there was the sort of more like energetic spiritual side of it. But I still needed and wanted to push that out. There was the logistical side of it too, so I had to work, or I got to work with Barry Gower and with Amy, more so on just like creating things for parts of my body that weren't necessarily covered in prosthetics to, again, you know, make sure that what was needed on set was there. And also working with Michael as well, just in terms of like where my arms would sit, what we would need to do with that. So it just presented new conversations and new dynamics and a new way of working with collaborative team.
You've obviously been making this season, or this series, I should say, for the past, decade. What are you looking forward to in the decade ahead for yourselves?
Looking forward to keep making things with people that I like and people that I really respect as artists. And also, I'm looking forward to learning a lot more, travel more, and be able to see these guys, be able to see Caleb, pretty consistently, I think will be like a goal of mine as well. So starting there for sure.
Yeah, what Finn was saying, just kind of just expressing myself artistically, working with people that I love. I just want to expand my range and see what else I can do. I feel like there's no limit to creativity or life.
Amazing. Well, I can't wait to see that from both of you. When you started this process a decade ago, did you guys have any inkling where your characters would be going throughout the series? Or was there any knowledge of the end point you guys were kind of working towards?
I knew Lucas was gonna be in tune with where Max was.
Max, stay with me. Max, stay with me. No.
I knew he wasn't gonna just forget about the whole ending of season 4, but I didn't know how he was gonna deal with it though. I didn't know if he was going to be in a frenzy or if he was going to be crying about her absence or her absence of her presence, right? So it was just kind of how is Lucas going to deal? What is his approach to it? How is he going to treat his friends? Is he going to project, or is he going to be more quiet? Or I don't, it's like so many different ways.
I think every season was sort of dropping into a new thing and a new mindset, and for me it was just always about just treating each season like it's its own movie and its own kind of continuation of the story. And I knew Duffers told me that I would have a little more of like an active sort of more leadership sort of moments in season 5 that I sort of had more of in seasons 1 and 2. And so that was something that I was really like looking forward to and kind of was told about it. I had this like monologue in the last episode of season 4. That's kind of, I feel like, where that starts for the character, or starts back for the character.
Well, look, thank you so much for your time today, guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.